Hi, lovelies. I'm Ariel, and this is Maven Unmasked, and welcome to your summer solstice live chat and tarot and oracle reading. Happy solstice to all of you. Thank you so much for joining me. So today I felt called to just talk a little bit about the solstice and what I feel like Spirit wants us to know for this season. So happy birthday to all of you Cancers out there. Now is the season of Cancer, so it's sensitive, it's receptive. So we're really stepping into that energy. This is a cardinal sign. So we're sparking something, we're starting something. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about crystals associated with the summer solstice. So at least for me. So the first one I have here is Sunshine Spirit Quartz, which I absolutely love. It's so stunning. And to me, it just really invokes the energy of the sun. Hi, Peachy World 40, welcome. And I really, really enjoy working with this. It's a great stone for invoking joy within your spirit. Okay. The next one we have here is citrine. Okay, so citrine, lovely citrine. Okay, that beautiful yellow color. So all of these stones are yellow because we're talking about the sun today. All right, this is the longest day of the year. The sun is standing still in the sky. Hey, Nancy. It's what do you really want to illuminate? What do you really want to bring into full clarity? What do you want to nurture to its best and fullest potential? Because that's what the sun does. It allows and causes things to grow. So citrine, again, we want to invoke the energy of abundance. We want to invoke the energy of success. Okay, that's what citrine is a stone of. And again, the summer solstice is a season about abundance because we're getting to midsummer now, technically. And back in the day, it was like harvest everything that you can, all of the food, beginning to store and get ready for winter, celebrate the abundance of the earth and the flowers, be present in the moment. And I feel like that's what Spirit is really encouraging us to do. Hi, Life Lessons with Leo, welcome. Is to be present in the moment. We all have busy lives, phones going off, work is calling, somebody needs something, we got to take the kids to practice, all of those kinds of things. This summer, even if it's just for today, for the summer solstice, really focus on being present in the moment, enjoying the fullness of the trees. How many times do we see them as we're driving from, eye level and never look up and see their full majesty and how big they've grown? Okay. So the next stone I want to talk about is amber. And the reason I brought amber in today is because it is literally like, at least the ancients thought, solidified sunshine, solidified sunlight. And this is a great stone to work with for the solstice for that particular reason. We're celebrating the sun today. So if you can get your hands on a piece of amber or Sunshine Spirit Quartz or citrine, which is a lot more common, really try to work with those today. All right, so next I just wanted to mention some herbs that you can work with today as well. And we have my favorite here, which is calendula. Okay, so beautiful. This beautiful, bright, sunshiny yellow. It's great for confidence. It's great for stepping into your own power. It's great for working with the solar plexus. And a lot of things I've mentioned today, again, are all associated with your solar plexus chakra. So we're talking about confidence, willpower, drive, action, determination, and confidence in yourself. So really, really focus and work with that today. Anything you can manifest surrounding your own confidence, your own self-esteem, your belief in yourself. If there's any goals or anything that you've been stuck on or feel like you've been hitting a brick wall over and over and over again, try to work with this solstice energy. Bring that sun energy into your solar plexus to help you remove some of those blocks, okay? The next one we have here is St. John's wort, okay, which is another great herb. You can also work with lavender or cinnamon. Those herbs were traditionally thrown into the bonfires for the summer solstice, those fragrant herbs, those aromatic herbs. You can also work with fennel, chamomile as well, and of course the lovely energy of the sunflower. And I love the message of sunflower because whenever I see a sunflower, it always reminds me to turn my head towards the sun. even when there's shadows, even when there's darkness, even when there's anger and despair. Okay, to turn your head towards the sun, to find the light, to find the joy, to find the positivity, to shift your focus. Okay, so sunflowers are totally awesome for that reason. Okay, I also would be remiss to talk about summer solstice if I didn't talk about the deity Helios. Okay, so Helios is a god who I believe he was half human, half deity, half god, and he stole the sun from the gods to give it to humanity because people were suffering. Okay, so this really makes me think of what light do you have that you can bring to the world? Because I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of darkness going on in the world, okay? There's a lot of people who could use some upliftment, use some light, use some positive energy. So small acts of kindness, you know, bringing anything that you can do to bring someone else joy and light and warmth and nurturing, I feel like is really, really paramount this summer solstice as well. I'm not going to get into, you know, political or media, you know, all that kind of stuff. You all are informed. You know what's going on. So find your way, no matter how small, to bring the light of yourself and your soul to someone else. Okay? Also, when I think of the summer solstice, I like to think of honey, and that always brings me to bees. And the bee is such a symbol of power and wealth and abundance. They create, you know, this golden goodness, this sweet nectar of life that we all love so much. So what sweetness can you create? What sweetness in your life can you savor today? And again, that's why I think being in the present moment today is so vitally important. Okay? Also with the summer solstice, it really brings to my attention love, passion, and lust. Okay, you think about summer lovin' and summer flings and, you know, getting your bikini body ready or, you know, whatever you're doing. But I just want to say, be mindful with this. Spring is more of a season of fertility than summer, even though summer is a very, very fertile season. But I just want to say, be mindful not to allow your desires to take on a nature of their own. Okay. So I just want to say, be mindful of that. Alrighty, y'all. So let's go ahead and get started with our reading for today. So I'm just going to take a moment to call in everyone's angels, guides, ancestors, loved ones in spirit, ascended masters, spirit guides, gods, goddesses, divine light beings, all of y'all that are beneficial and supportive to us, to be here with us to give us a message for our best and highest good this summer solstice. I already have two that kind of wanted to come out, so I just want to give a good shuffle and see if anything else wants to come. Right. What is your message for us on this day? Thank you of the summer solstice, and I think I feel complete. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So our shadow card for this reading, and this is the theme that permeates the whole reading. Hi, Junk Jagger, sweetheart, and hi, loving man, doula, Mama Doula. So we have the Knight of Fire, so the Knight of Wands, and the word on the card is chameleon. Chameleon. So how well are you adapting to your situations? How well, how malleable are you? How adaptable are you? How well do you fit in or blend in with your surroundings? And again, I feel like this comes back to the being observant situation that I was talking about earlier. I love this deck too. For all you guys, I'm sorry I didn't say, it's the Cosmos Tarot and Oracle set by Light Gray Art Lab. I love this deck. It gives such amazingly accurate reading. So thank you for that Life Lessons with Leo. I forgot to give this deck a shout out. Thank you, darling. All right. But I feel like, you know, you go about and you have to observe and see, okay, not to change yourself, but to allow yourself to feel more comfortable in the setting that you're in, if that makes sense. So by observing the things around you, the world around you, the people around you, you know, okay, maybe this is a place I can kind of go into and, you know, see how it feels, or I feel like I would be better suited here than, you know, this crowd over here, or this place over here that I feel like I have nothing in common with, okay? But adaptability is important at this time. Adjustment is important at this time. And also, again, the camouflage, learning how to blend in, okay? Being able to shift at a moment's notice. Hi, Kristen's Corner, sweetheart. So you think about a chameleon. You know, they are climbing up the tree. They may turn brown. They get to the leaves. They may turn green, okay? So learning how to shift your energy, and how easy is that for you? Can you recognize when your energy is beginning to shift? Thank you. I'm also hearing that this is really important for empaths to notice as well, okay? You go into a certain restaurant or to the mall, or you start hanging out with a certain friend and you feel sick, or you feel tired, or upset or anxious or whatever. Notice how your energy is adapting to the surroundings, or if it's not adapting at all. So that's just something to be mindful of. Okay. Alrighty, so the first card that fell out for us is the Seven of Fire. So the Seven of Wands. We have Hydra, persevering against incredible odds and survival. Okay, so if we're persevering against incredible odds and really trying to survive, it's paramount that we learn to blend in with our surroundings. Because if we don't, we may be left out in the open and vulnerable to attack. If you think about the jungle, if you think about the jaguar or the leopards and, you know, their spots, okay, or the lions in their tawny color as they, you know, prowl the savannah, it's that camouflage, that blending in, okay? Blend into your surroundings, and then when when the right moment has come to strike, you know, take them by surprise. But also, you know, for those of us who aren't necessarily on the prowl for anything, you know, we're just here doing our thing, living our lives, you know, it's important to be mindful of predators that are out there, that others that may be just trying to blend in with the surroundings, you know, a wolf in sheep's clothing kind of thing. But in order to adapt again to new energies, to new places, to new environments, new surroundings, you know, it's paramount to learn to adapt for survival. Okay. You know, you think about people who, you know, go from a cold climate to a warm climate. They have to adapt. They have to shift their energy. They have to shift their way of doing things. If you move to Alaska and, you know, it's dark, like 20 hours a day or something like that, you have to shift your body clock. You have to learn to shift your energy and your way of doing things. So just be mindful of that. Yes, I'm so glad you're learning how to shift your energy. That's so vitally important. And spiritual protection is really, really helpful for that too. Hi, Imogen. Is really important for that too, because once your energy is protected and you shield yourself, you bubble yourself, you call in Archangel Michael or whatever protective deities you work with, you put your armor, your shield up, you know, then you're able to take inventory of, okay, what is mine? Thank you, Spirit. They're like, talk about this right now. Okay, what is mine? Okay, is my leg hurting? Okay, I can take that that's mine. Am I anxious today? Okay, I feel like this anxiety is mine. Try to do this before you get up and go out of your house in the morning. And then that way, if you start to feel certain things and it's really like nothing has happened to trigger those emotions, you can then better determine if this is yours or if this is somebody else's. So it takes time, it takes practice. You know, the more you do it, the more you'll be able to recognize it. But please do realize that energy is so subtle, you guys. It's so subtle. So the more you work with your energy and are better able to recognize your own energy, you are much more able and readily able to recognize when it shifts. Okay. So I hope that helps somebody. Alrighty, so the next card we have is the Chariot. We have the Chariot here. Okay, so in this particular deck, we're talking about arbitration, diplomacy, and achieving balance. Okay, and it's much easier to achieve an energetic state of balance again once you recognize what is energetically yours and what isn't. So I also feel like with the summer solstice, and again, I hate to talk about this, you guys, because I would be doing a disservice to the people. Hi, Miller7779. I would be doing a disservice to people in the world who are suffering right now. And I really didn't really want to get into this whole like thing with what's going on with America right now, but I feel so deeply called in my heart to talk about this. So we're going to. Okay, please know this is not meant to offend anybody. I'm just trying to share. Okay, now I'm feeling emotional. Jesus, you guys. All right. So when I'm seeing persevering against incredible odds, what am I thinking about? I'm sure you know, if you're living in America right now, the whole immigration situation, okay, this adaptability and adjustment period that we're all going through. And I feel like as spiritual people, some of us may be really grieving over this. And when I talked about Helios in the beginning and bringing light to others who are suffering, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, okay? Not just standing by and saying someone else will take care of it and allowing people to suffer, allowing the world to suffer, allowing a part of your soul to suffer. So speak out if you can, do something, donate, say something, okay? Because the longer we keep this stuff quiet, the longer we don't talk about it, we're just allowing it to persist. Okay, by not doing something, we're just allowing it to persist. And every day this week, I've woken up heavy and angry and upset and thinking about all of the trauma that's involved in this for everyone involved, even if you are not an immigrant, even if you have nothing to do with the situation at all. Okay, I feel like so much of us are grieving over the situation. So, we are persevering against incredible odds with this. They are persevering against incredible odds with this. So if you can send any bit of light to the situation, any bit of light to our government, any bit of light to the people who are suffering in this world, to our lawmakers, anything, any ray of sunshine, maybe that's what the message of this whole summer solstice talk is, to use that energy of the sun and channel it that way to illuminate the consciousness of others, because this is not okay. It's just not okay. So I'm off my horse, but I couldn't talk about it without, we're bringing up the Chariot here, the sign of Libra, balance, the law, okay, diplomacy, okay, achieving a state of balance, coming back to a new equilibrium, being fair and being righteous. What are your truths and values? What do you consider just or unjust? So all right, that's all I'm going to say about that. Whew. All right, so our next card here, but again, back to the reading and to us, in terms of the Chariot, it's like typically you've got one horse going this way, you've got one going that way, and it's how can you bridge the gap to bring more harmony and more balance to the situation? So whatever it is that's out of balance, whatever it is that's causing you to feel the need of this struggle to survive or the need to camouflage or blend in, I also think I'm also hearing from Spirit that blending in isn't always such a good thing. So if you are playing a comparison game right now or feeling like you need to be like somebody else or emulate like somebody else or your work isn't good enough, feeling, self-doubt, not confident about yourself and your abilities, shine like the sun. Okay, there's only one sun, there's only one of you, and if you dim your light and don't allow it to shine, how many things will wither and die around you? Will you inside wither and die as well? So allow the sunshine of your soul to come out and to fertilize and nurture your spirit, to nurture your soul, to grow that energy, okay, to grow and further your development. All right, so the next card we have is the Empress. Curiosity, progress, perfection, beauty, and order. So the summer solstice is really encouraging us to tidy some things up, to start making plans, for our harvest, because really fall is right around the corner, you guys, if you're in the United States, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. So, we you know, things are going to start rolling. Okay. The sun is at its highest peak today, at its highest point. Today is the longest day of the year. And from here on out, the days are going to get slowly shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. So it's great now to start making your plans for what you want to harvest in the fall. Okay, what will you, by fall, by let's say October, what will you want to have brought into yourself, to have brought into your home, into your energy, into your community? So focus on working on that some. Also, I feel the need to say, don't feel the need that everything absolutely has to be perfect. Nothing in life is perfect. Everything changes. Everything runs in a cycle. Nothing in life is permanent. A reason, a season, or yes, a lifetime. All right. Yes. Thank you, Miller7779. Don't forget to set your intentions before doing any work this summer solstice. So even if you're just doing something as lighting a candle or saying a simple prayer or reciting a mantra, you know, charging up a crystal with your energy, you know, be really clear on your intentions and what you would like to illuminate, shed light on, what you would like to nurture and grow. But let go of the need to be perfect. Not all flowers bloom at the same time. Otherwise, then the rest of the year we'd be without flowers. You know, the world would have no color, you know, in that aspect. All right. Everything happens in its own season, in its own time, when it's supposed to. Okay. But let the need that you have to be perfect go. Let the need that this has to be exactly specifically in order. Now is the great time to start making plans, but don't be so tight on your plans that you don't allow room for magic to flow in and out. Okay. If we structure everything so tightly and so rigidly, there's no room for play. There's no room for the universe to work its magic. Okay. And you may be missing out on a surprise or two because you wanted everything so rigidly. Okay. But stay curious. We're making progress. Again, the summer solstice, it's a little bit difficult in some aspects, but all in all, I think it's a good thing, and it's for our own confidence and willpower and our sense of determination, knowing that we're progressing and that we can really make it through to the other side. So again, the sunshine spirit quartz I mentioned, the citrine, the amber, the herbs like calendula and lavender, the St. John's wort for protection, and all of those kinds of things really work with that energy today. Even if you just want to leave out a little bowl of honey for the gods or for the fae today, I'm sure that they would appreciate it. Okay. You're welcome for coming on live more. I don't know why I've been so nervous about it. It's not like I'm nervous to talk on camera. It's just like, I don't know, but maybe it wasn't the time. See, everything in its own time. I was just saying, right? I've been making videos for 3 years and was never, you know, much of a live person, but everything in its own time. So I think for bigger astrological events and things like that, I will be doing these. Now, just before I pull this oracle card, just some quick announcements. My 2018 summer tarot scopes are up on the mavenunmasked.com blog. There is a link in my bio. If you just click on that and go on down to the blog, you will be able to find it. It's a tarot card reading and self-care activity oracle card reading for each of the zodiac signs, plus an overall general reading for that as well. Also this summer, July 11th through the 25th, I will be teaching a how to read oracle cards class online via Zoom video conferencing, so you can sign up for that. Again, the link is in my bio. Just click on that and then click on online classes. Also on August 4th, if you are in the DMV, I will be doing a summer spirit gallery and seminar with two other fabulous mediums. One is my dear friend Nancy from La Luna Healing Arts, and my other is my dear friend Erica Marks. We will be doing talks on spiritual classes. Erica will be doing introduction to giving a psychic reading. I'll be talking about energetic protection and spiritual boundaries. And then Nancy will be doing a guided meditation to feel the presence of your loved ones. And then that evening, we will have a mediumship platform gallery event where we will bring through your loved ones in spirit. So I hope to see you all there. The information is over on the Maven Unmasked Facebook page, as well as my website under the events tab. Alrighty. Oh, it was your first YouTube experience. That's so cool. Alrighty, so let's get back to it. Just a final card for us for this summer solstice. What is something that we need to know that's paramount in all of this right now? Your final word of guidance and advice. And you know, I just thank you. We have Neptune, and that's so funny because Neptune is going retrograde in the sign of Pisces. I can't remember the exact date, but that is just pretty interesting. I did talk about this a little bit on the Summer 2018 Taroscopes on my blog. But Neptune is going retrograde in the sign of Pisces, and Neptune really wants us to get in touch with our spirituality and to go within in that aspect. Pisces is also very internal, but Pisces can also be very much an escapist. And with Neptune in retrograde, I really feel that we're being called to not escape from things that make us uncomfortable. Okay, the only way to get through it is to sit in it. Trust me, I have anxiety, you know, I've struggled with depression. I know how uncomfortable those feelings are. It's like you just want to jump out of your skin, like just make it get out of me, just make it go away. So you want to do something and distract yourself and all of that. But sometimes, again, what you resist persists. And if you don't go through it, if you don't feel it, it's going to keep coming up and up and up and up and up again. Okay, so don't use avoidance as a coping mechanism. It is not a good one. The things will just keep being thrown back in your face time and time again. Okay, but alcohol is not the way, drugs are not the way, you know, sex is not the way. All of those things may make us feel good, but it is not the way to cope. It is not the way to deal, okay, with the things in your life or the events with the world at large. Some of us just want to, you know, turn off our TV and, you know, put a pillow over our heads. You know, I'm not one, I don't really watch the news, but it's good to be informed and to know what's going on in the world, even if it causes us pain. Now, know that, of course, your mental state and your emotional state is of paramount importance, and you need to know when enough is enough. But I think complete avoidance is unhealthy as well. Okay. So, but we're talking about intuition, we're talking about foresight, we're talking about awareness, okay? So your intuition may be particularly strong at this time, okay? So really, really pay attention to it. And I think, again, that will come in handy when we were talking about this adaptability, this adjustment, this camouflage, when you're reading the energy, okay? Think about it. Let's talk about reading the energy a little bit. So you think about, let's say you're getting ready to walk into this building, okay? You don't know what's going on in this building. You know, you don't see anybody there. But let's just say from the outside perspective point, there was just a ton of people in there and they were all arguing and screaming and fighting it, you know, with each other. Then there's another room over here. It was the same amount of people, big group of people, but they were all laughing and joking and sharing memories and happy stories. You walk into both rooms. There's nobody in there. There's nothing in there. Nothing is amiss. But what does the energy feel like to you? If you know, truly tap in and expand your aura, push your energy out, you can pick up that, ooh, something just about this doesn't feel right. Think about it if you've ever been to a haunted location. There's not necessarily anything in there, but you walk in and you feel that energy. Or if you walk into an antique store and you pick something up in your hands and it feels weird, or even better, if you shop a lot and you go to the store and you see a fabulous shirt, and of course there's 3 or 4 in your size, but you don't pick the first one necessarily. You're like, I want this particular one, okay? Even though it's the exact same shirt and the exact same size, exact same color. Okay, but it's something about the energy of that particular shirt. Maybe the person who tried it on before you just, you know, broke up with their significant other. Okay, maybe the person who was making it had a really, really bad day when they were putting it together. They were angry and you're just picking up on that residual energy. So just be mindful of that, be aware of the energy, and use tapping into the energy and your intuition to help give you foresight as the summer goes on. Okay, but I'm Ariel, and this has been Maven Unmasked. Hi, Color Me Mahogany. Oh, Miller779. I wish I could pick. Okay. Yeah. So in terms of, you know, depression and anxiety medication, of course, I am not a licensed legal, medical, professional, all of that. just a spiritual person and someone who's, you know, struggled with some things in their life. I think if your doctor, you know, and you both feel that you should be on medication, I totally agree with that. For me, personally, I used to take anti-anxiety meds, anti-depression meds. I haven't in several years, and that's really when I started to begin my spiritual development, is when I stopped taking those things. Now, please don't think this is me saying, like, get off your meds so you can, you know, do the spiritual thing. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I do feel like that sometimes it can create a little bit of static there, and you just may have to work a little bit harder if you feel like some of these medications are hindering it. Also, I feel like, you know, what you believe is paramount. If you believe that it's blocking you, more than likely it will. If you kind of take that out of your consciousness and really just focus on doing anything that can make you more visual or anything that can make you more spiritually sensitive. A great exercise that I like to use, or used to use a lot in the beginning anyway, to help me be more aware, and this is cool if you want to try and focus on being more aware as well. Let's say you want to pick a color for that particular day. Let's say, since it's the summer solstice, let's say it's yellow, okay? Put in your mind, I want to notice yellow more in my life today. And then that way, as you go about your day, you're kind of honed in and tuned in on seeing yellow that you may not have seen around you before. Or another thing that I like to do is, like, if I get out of the shower, I don't dry off right away. I'll allow the droplets of water to run down my body, and instead of feeling like I'm just wet all at once, all of this water running down me, I'll try and feel each individual droplet of water as it runs down my arm. And I think that makes me personally, I really think that that can help if you want to feel energy more. Again, energy is so subtle, and one single water droplet on your body amid maybe 50, 60, 70, however many there are, that's how subtle energy can be. So if you really want to start feeling energy more and noticing it more, again, get out of the shower, don't dry off right away, and just pick an area of your body and see if you can feel that individual droplet of water as it runs down your body. It's something that I've used, that Spirit gave to me. I really think it helps me in my practice, and I hope it helps you too. Hey, Mark. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. If you guys want me to pull some more cards, I will. I'm kind of just hanging out right now, but or if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them below. But that's kind of all I had today, you guys. Hey! But yeah, focus on bringing the light as much as you can. Again, I think that's the most paramount message I have today, is to know your power. Know that you are powerful, even as small as the bee is, okay? It contains power. It contains fire in that stinger, okay? As small as it is, it allows us to have beautiful plants and flowers and food and trees and all of those kinds of things. So know that one small act of light, one small act of kindness can really create such a ripple effect in the world. And I really think that's the most paramount message for today. But that's it, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video. For those of you who missed the beginning of it, things are a little heavy, but please be kind. I will post the link on YouTube. Bees terrify me too. I am the first to scream like a little girl and run away. So you are not alone. But I will go ahead and save this video and post it on the YouTubes for you guys to watch. But thank you so much. I hope to be live again soon. Eclipse season is coming, so I'm sure I may do some videos for that. We shall see. But have a great solstice, lovelies. Love you guys. Bye.